First of all, I want to say that this life, what I live today, was not in my thoughts when I was a kid. I never thought that, like, this wasn't the North Star. The North Star was not, oh, I want to be whatever we call this. I got to Canada for the CFL. It was me and 4 other dudes living in one apartment. And I was making $275 per week on the practice squad, Canadian. So I will never complain about fame. And also, I feel the best part of fame is just being able to create experiences with people when I meet people, you know? Because it reminds me of something that people always ask me. They say, do you ever get tired of it? Tired of you can't go out, everything is back door, through the kitchen, through nothing is in through the front door, hotels, it doesn't matter. Everything is a setup, everything is, you gotta call ahead, and you can't go anywhere. Like malls and walks, that's not my cards anymore. And they said, do you get tired of that? And I went, no, never. Alternative to that is going back to those days that you just brought up, where I wasn't famous and no one cared. No one gave a shit. Not that my thought was, oh, I want people to care. Right. It's just at that time, that reminds me of a time where things were hard and I didn't have any money. And I don't want to go back to that. Failure is measured by me as a human being and me as a man, me as a father. I got 3 daughters, various ages. I find myself these days being more reflective and contemplative about being a dad. And what I also did, man, I understood the value of not calling it a failure and just calling it a lesson. And I just realized that, our brain is always listening to us. So when we say stuff, like, oh man, I really fucked up, this thing happened, and I'm this or I'm that, it gets in there. Gone back and forth with for many, many years. So I feel like, there's a lot of sacrifice that happens when you're trying to climb the mountain, when you're trying to climb that ladder, and you're trying to do the thing, your North Star, whatever that is. Yeah. Have you found that? But I also think that the key is acknowledging that, okay, I'm sacrificing some things, so let me be a little bit more present. One of the keys to that is just acknowledging that you're sacrificing things, and what I found for me is what's helped is realizing, okay, I'm sacrificing a lot of stuff here, and it's just allowed me then to be more present with where I needed to be, at home, the baby, as a father, man, etc. For somebody who was very adverse to social media years ago, I never got it, didn't understand it, didn't want to do it. I thought, well, who cares about what hamburger when they eat it, or you're going to put on your whatever. Then I thought, well, wait a second, maybe there's a way that I could utilize social media to connect with people more. But also when it comes to fun and things like that, yeah, I haven't. I try to post some of that stuff too as well. What I've found though is the more lucky and fortunate I get, if I continue to climb and build more mountain, what I found that a lot of people will continue to respond to the fun stuff, yeah, for sure. You'll see moments of fun if you look at my page, but also what I found that a lot of people respond to is really the work part. Because the more I'm able to, fortunately, build, then a lot of times it's easy for people to forget that, man, there's so much work that gets put into this. So it's the reveal of, here's the thing that I'm building, but let me just show you at 4 in the morning, like this kind of stuff is happening. Yeah, and that shit just is not fun, just for everybody. Enjoyed this, man.